Welcome, everyone. First, I hope everyone is healthy and safe and doing what they need to do to stay that way. My name is Andrea Ray, and I have the pleasure to serve as the President CEO at the Chamber. And on behalf of our board and staff, thank you for being with us here tonight. It's an honor to welcome you to our 32nd Government Affairs and Public Officials reception. As we begin our gathering, I would like to respectfully acknowledge that our event today, although virtual, is taking place on occupied Coast Salish land, and the Seattle Southside Chamber is on the homelands of the Duwamish people. We pay respect to the Coast Salish elders, past and present, and extend that respect to their descendants and to all Indigenous people. Thank you. This copyrighted webinar is presented by the Seattle Southside Chamber of Commerce and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Chamber. Thank you so much to our sponsors who help make this event possible: Amazon, the Boeing Company, Baker Commodities, and South King Media.
Yeah, funny thing about Monopoly is that it was originally invented as a game to teach people about the dangers of monopoly corporations and trusts way back in the day, and then sort of evolved into the game that we see today, where getting everything that you can and essentially owning the whole board is, of course, the goal of the game, and therefore Monopoly. But it's just kind of an interesting piece of that. What I want to get into as a way of an introduction is that I'm running for Des Moines City Council. I ran 4 years ago. Some of you may remember that. And, a lot of the issues have stayed the same. We are finally moving forward on the marina, and that's something that I've always advocated for, is that we need to bring a marina into the 21st century, but we also need to focus on downtown. We need to have a comprehensive theme, and we need to make sure that it is someplace that businesses want to come to develop. The marina is going to help with that a lot, but it's not something that just happens naturally. The council has to make that happen. Secondly, is that we really need to focus on keeping the community involved. There's been very limited involvement by the community, and of course, COVID has made it that much harder. But even, when you can come home and watch a city council meeting in the convenience of your own home on Zoom, very few people have done it. And so I want to do whatever we can to try to make that more amenable and more accessible. I think that a lot of the projects that have been done by inviting people to come meet on particular topics, get a presentation, and do what they like and what they don't like. That was done with the marina. That can be done with downtown. That was recently done with the parks, I think, is a good way to get that kind of input, and that's the input we really need.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So we'll go a little bit out of order here, just so that we can get everybody here. So Tad, thank you so much for being here and for your flexibility. Again, you have 2 minutes to answer this icebreaker question. And your question is, have you ever completed anything on your bucket list?
Hi, my name is Tad Doviak. Yes, I did complete something on my bucket list about 10 years ago. When I turned 40, I ran a marathon. I had, since I was a kid, always thought that it would be really cool to run a marathon someday, and I was in really good shape at the time, and I thought I wouldn't get too much better shape, so I decided to run a marathon and completed that, and that was really a great sense of accomplishment. A lot of hard work went into that. As far as my campaign, I've been asked to run many times over the years, and this year I finally said yes. My focus is to work on business development downtown. I've brought to the city council before about cohesive look downtown as well, with signage. Basically, I kind of subscribe to the, if you build it, they will come, which is if we have the places for people to come and visit they'll come and visit. Des Moines has some natural beauty that we can take advantage of. And I was really heartened to see the foot ferry trial that we did this last week. Getting more foot traffic in will help revitalize downtown as well. My other focus is, of course, public safety. We have a lot of crime issues in our neighborhoods that I hear my neighbors and other citizens complaining about. If it's, mail theft, car prowls, car theft, a lot of car thefts in the last couple of months. I really want to help our police department keep public safety on the forefront. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And now we have Jean. And Jean, I'm so sorry, I'm probably going to mispronounce your name, and you can correct me. Is it Achziger? And your icebreaker question is, what is your favorite dessert?
Oh, geez. Wow. I'm not quite sure. I don't eat that much dessert, but probably ice cream. So anyway, I'm Gene Achziger, and I'm running for Des Moines City Council position 3. I've been a community activist for 45 years. And the reason I'm running is that our kids are our future, but because of the pandemic, our kids have fallen behind socially, academically, and emotionally in ways that could harm their physical and mental health for years or even decades. While the effect is universal, it's in particular, our Black and Latinx neighbors are suffering the most significant decline in life expectancy since World War II. Even those not affected by the coronavirus could suffer health problems related to poverty, job loss, eviction, or all of the above. Many kids have gone back to school this fall without having mastered the previous year's curriculum. Some kids have disappeared from school altogether, and educators worry that more students will drop out, damaging their future earnings potential. This loss of educational opportunities is not just deprived kids of better careers, it's also having a damaging impact on their lives. These are, or their life expectancy. These are not problems that our schools alone can address. Our city government has traditionally engaged with the school district to provide enriching recreational programs and before and after school supervision to help our kids succeed. Unfortunately, we've dropped the ball on that. And that's the one thing I want to do is make sure that we restore those programs and that our kids have the opportunity to succeed.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Next, Prscilla Vargas, you have 2 minutes to introduce yourself and answer this icebreaker question. What is your favorite musical instrument and why?
Probably my favorite musical instrument is the piano. And why? I just love the sound that the piano, brings to my ears. And it's a wonderful instrument. So it's very versatile. With any kind of music, you'll probably hear the piano at some point. So piano, I would say. Little background about me as to my reason for running. This is my first campaign for an elected position, and I'm running for the City of Des Moines position 3. And I am very excited for the opportunity to be on this candidate evening event. I really am running to improve the quality of life for the residents of Des Moines and to build upon the solid foundation of financial stability of our city government. I am one that will be very transparent and a consensus builder. I have over 31 years of experience in the public and private sector for transportation type services. with general public and people with disabilities. So that's my background. And I also have 3 years of experience working as a committee member for the City of Des Moines Senior Services Advisory Committee. So I already have built a good foundation at the city level with my experience working with the staff. And I also want to really express what my priorities are, which is public safety, and certainly the development of the marina, revitalization of downtown and surrounding neighborhoods, along with the affordable housing and job creation for a livable wage. So
Perfect. Sorry, Prscilla, got you off there, but I think we got it. I appreciate it. Next, we have Tracy Buxton. Tracy, you also have 2 minutes to introduce yourself. Answer this icebreaker question. What is your favorite meal to cook?
Favorite meal to cook? Something where you just add hot water. Cup of noodles. I'm so busy that whatever's easy. No, I don't personally like cup of noodles, but if you're talking about cooking for other people, serious. Okay, so about me. My platform right now is about the same as it was when I was running the first time, working for a safe, green destination community. I feel like on each of those levels, we've made some great strides while I've been in office. But there are a myriad of things we can still address in all 3 areas. So I'm very supportive when we're talking about safety. If you don't have safety, you really don't have a community. So I'm in support of policy that protects our residents and in full support of our law enforcement and all of the ideas that they are crafting to address the issues in our community. I'm in full support of what they have going. And as far as the green part, we have developed some great partnerships along the way in the last few years, very supportive of policy that can help create a greener environment and preserve the environment that we have in our parks and our water, our trees. And in regard to creating a destination community, it's already been mentioned, but fully supporting our small businesses and the invitation to large businesses and corporate activity, making our community inviting for developers. And of course, our marina development is a very exciting development. I think that's going to set the groundwork for some exciting things in our downtown corridor. So very supportive, small business, large business, creating a destination place for the region. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, Matt Mahoney, 2 minutes. Introduce yourself, answer your icebreaker question, which is, what fictional place would you like to visit?
What fictional place would I like to visit? I would say I'm a big fan of the Lord of the Rings, so probably what is it, Middle Earth or whatever, would be scary and exciting at the same time. My name's Matt Mahoney. I'm the current deputy mayor of the city of Des Moines. I've definitely enjoyed my first term here as it's finishing up. A few things about me: I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I have 35 years of business experience, and I'm very passionate when I sign up for something. Harry Steinmetz thinks I clone myself because I'm everywhere all the time. I've never missed a city council committee meeting, and a plethora of local meetings. I also attend a lot of the community events, help with the parade, down at the farmers market, etc. So I'm very engaged through the community, and I like to talk to the businesses as well. And I know many of them by their first name and have a relationship with them. And I think I'm accessible. I'm available everywhere, and I'm willing to talk with anybody and debate, discuss, and disagree or agree with any issue. I'm committed to the development of the waterfront. That's both at the marina and Redondo to improve our community. And part of that's going to be a catalyst for the downtown where we make ourselves attractive to developers, and I'm committed to that. But I'm also committed up on Pack Highway where we have transit and a light rail station coming in where we've got some great opportunities for affordable housing, great transit opportunities, and also business opportunities as well. I'm committed to public safety, particularly our police. I think our police are on the forefront of what the new policing model is, and they look and push themselves forward. So I'm very proud of that. And as a council, we definitely support them in that regard. I'm also supportive of safe streets, paving, making sure there's paving roads and making sure there's sidewalks where our kids' schools are. And I'm—
Oh, sorry, Matt, that was 2 minutes. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Last Des Moines Council candidate is Soleil Lewis. Your icebreaker question is, if you had your own talk show, who would be your first guest?
Ooh, my first guest would have to be Maxine Waters. She's a great inspiration for me, so that'd be my first guest for sure. But just to intro on me, my name is Soleil Lewis, and I'm running for City of Des Moines City Council, position number 7. I am proudly endorsed by the Washington State Educators Association, Congressman Adam Smith, the 33rd own Representative Tina Orwell, and Senator Mona Doss, just to name a few. As someone who has lived and reinvested her life into South King County, my experience as an educator on the front line, teaching students in person since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, is relevant to this moment. Teaching while my students and coworkers had not enough PPE equipment to sustain not only themselves, but their students for the full school year. Just imagine that. A teacher taking her last paycheck to buy face masks for her students. That teacher was me. The people of Des Moines deserve a council member that can advocate for their current realities. And I believe that my experiences qualified me as the right person in this time for this city council.
Perfect. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate everyone. I'm going to do some quick lightning rounds now. Again, remember, thumbs up, thumbs down, any reaction that you would like. 6 questions really quickly here. The current state minimum wage is $13.69 an hour. Do you support a higher minimum wage in your city? Perfect. Thank you all so much for recording your reactions. Next question. Do you support a ban on new natural gas connections to new and residential buildings in your city? And Tad, I'm realizing you are, you do not have video, so if you could just say yes or no, we'd appreciate it. Thank you. Next lightning round question. Do you support raising taxes and fees to help make up for budget deficits?
No.
The line between true crime and nuisance behavior or disorder is often blurred in public perception. Do you principally agree with the broken window theory that essentially indicates that when a problem goes unintended in a given environment, it can impact attitudes towards that environment and lead to more problems?
Yes.
Thanks, everyone. Do you support raising taxes and fees to help raise money to support more police and other public safety services?
Yes.
Last lightning round question. Do you or will you include the business community as part of outreach and public engagement when considering policy?
Yes.
Perfect. Great. And we are running a little bit behind, so I'm going to try to hurry this up. And we have one issue question we do want everybody to answer. This is 1 minute to answer the issue question that people most want to hear you talk about, which is marina redevelopment. And for the marina redevelopment question, it is, the city has prioritized the marina redevelopment project to encourage investment and economic development. Do you agree with that strategy? Why or why not? And we're going to go in reverse order. So Stella Lewis, you were the last for the introductions, and so we will ask that you go first this time around. You have 1 minute to answer that question.
I appreciate all of the positive things that the marina redevelopment has done for this community. But after talking to countless voters in Des Moines, I've also heard, that some constituents are upset that it's costing too much money. And also, when commentary was available, it was too late in a sense. And for citizens in our community to be totally engaged, this city is a city of 31,789 people. It's not a community of 30% who live right down in the marina, who we can only receive commentary for those who are the boat owners and specific populations in that 30%. But we forget about those in the 70% in North Hill who are working class families who have 2-3 jobs, those in Redondo and Zenith. There is an impact into the consideration on how those tax dollars are spent in that 70% density in this city.
Perfect. Sorry. Thank you. That was a minute. Appreciate it. 1 minute for Matt Mahoney. Marina redevelopment. Agree or disagree?
Well, absolutely agree with it. Basically, our towns look like 1962 since 1962. And for the last 25 years, we've talked about developing the marina. We absolutely have to get it done. That is the linchpin that moves us forward to the city everybody's expecting. There will be compromise here and there, but it'll be a great community gathering point for all residents. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Tracy Buxton.
Thank you. I'm in full support of marina development. I can't be more excited. Even though it's not that attractive, I love seeing that crane down there and all the materials moving forward on this project. I think it is the foundation of the exciting things that are going to be happening over the next handful of years, where the center of our community can be a gathering place, not only for our residents, but for people in our region. And it would be a place where people will come to play, recreate, enjoy art, enjoy each other, and invest into the business part of our community. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for small business and large to have that marina down there with all of the elements that are being planned to incorporate into that. I couldn't be more excited. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Tad Doviak, same question for you.
Okay, I am in support of developing the marina and making that a better front porch for us, for people coming across on foot ferries, and being a community gathering place. It's just a stepping stone to developing more of downtown, making that a better place for people to come, visit, spend money, and make this a vibrant community, not just for our citizens, but for the entire region. Really, money makes the city go. And if we have tax dollars coming in from that development, then we can do things like pave roads, make sidewalks, do outreach with the community that needs our assistance. We'll be able to do all the things that we talk about doing, but we just haven't been able to prioritize.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Next, Prscilla Vargas, same question for you.
Hi, can you hear me?
You're good. Thank you.
Oh, great, great. Well, thank you. And this is a great question. I'm a firm believer in moving forward and developing the marina, and is one of my top priorities. I really believe the marina will be an anchor for the city. As some of my colleagues have already mentioned, it's something that will not only improve for the city residents, offering so much more in the way of having opportunity within the city, to have a wonderful marina and everything that comes with it, but it will also be a regional asset. And it's going to integrate the water side with the land side and passenger ferry service potentially. So it's all pretty exciting stuff. And again, it opens up more at a regional level, which is what we really want to be because we're all connected. So again, very much a proponent and an advocate for it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Jean, same question.
I agree on the need for development of the marina. My question or my concern is about how we go about it. There are way too many questions that are cropping up that we don't have the information that we need in order to make intelligent decisions. We haven't had, one of the big things that people are asking, it doesn't matter, you know, which side you're on, is what are we gonna do about the parking? We're not getting any kind of information as to the different elements, how they're going to affect the parking down there. And this is the type of thing that we really need to slow down and, you know, take a look at. We do need to do some action right now. We are in the process of doing some action as far as dealing with the marina slips and all of that, but the rest of the development needs to be you know, better examination.
Perfect, thank you. Sorry, we had to mute your last little sentence there. Harry, you are last but not least. Same question, appreciate it.
All right, I don't think there's anybody that disagrees that it's time to bring the marina into the 21st century. It's just been way too long since we had a comprehensive look at making it an attractive, as Tad said, front porch to our city. But that's got to be done with an understanding that it needs to be available and accessible to all of the people in our city. And I think that there are a number of compromises that are being worked out in order to accomplish that. We will be able to accommodate the small boats, so the fisherman that wants to go out for the day but has a smaller boat and doesn't want to have a big slip year round has a place to put his boat and can get that put in the marina. I think that we need to make sure that there are basketball courts and play equipment down there for kids and make sure it's still very family friendly. It needs to become a reasonable regional asset that is available to all persons. And I think that's where it's headed. And I think that's a good thing.
Perfect, thank you so much. And of course, thank you to all of our Des Moines City Council candidates who joined us this evening. We really appreciate you taking the time and being with us. So again, thank you. And you, our community members, we are so grateful for the time that you took to be with us here today. Thank you to Amazon, thank you to Boeing, thank you to Baker Commodities, Scott and Teresa Schaefer and South King Media. We are recording this so that those who could not join live will still be able to watch the program later at their convenience. Again, thank you so much to all of our elected officials and all of our candidates. We really, really appreciate the time that you took to be here, and of course, all of our partners. It is as important as ever to come together as a community and learn how we can do our part and support our local businesses, keep our economy strong and thriving, and participating in local elections is one of the most important things that we can do. Thank you also for your support to continue to support us. You can donate directly to support our work. You can do that at bit.ly/SSCC support or check out our website for more information. Even a small donation helps us to continue to serve our community. And we are so grateful and deeply appreciate any and all contributions. Please don't forget to check out our calendar for more upcoming events. And thank you to staff as well. This was an undertaking to pull off, I'll just say, and thank you for your patience. I know sometimes maybe the timer was a little off as we were trying to switch screens and things. Really appreciate your patience and your grace that you gave us tonight. Thank you. Have a great night. Don't forget to vote. Appreciate it.